some of the stuff that I put in was like the absolute parts and other stuff. So work in progress.
You were talking about getting some saplings.
That's what Tibby was talking about last time.
Hey, welcome everybody to the City of Kingston Tree Commission meeting. Today is April 11th. It's just after 5 o'clock. We're here at City Hall. My name is Suzanne Cahill. I am the planning director for the City of Kingston. I'm just going to go around the table and ask the commission members who are present to just identify themselves. Vince, I'll start with you.
Vince Archer, member of the Tree Commission.
Hi, Karen Zhang, I'm the Tree Commission.
Kyla Dudek, Planning Office.
Evan King, Commission member.
Amanda O'Neill, Tree Commission member.
Okay, and we have. You're just introducing, just want to introduce yourself, Debbie?
Elizabeth Collins, member of the Tree Commission and representative from the Memorial Tree Fund.
Okay, and Andrew is just joining us, so that was good timing. So let's see, he is on. Hi, Andrew, can you hear us?
Yes, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Yes, I can hear you.
Hi, okay, so we don't have any other, welcome. I guess we'll just go back around the table real quick, Andrew, because I don't know if you know all of the Tree Commission members. I'm Sue Cahill, the planning director for the City of Kingston. Tibby, just introduce yourself to Andrew.
Oh, Elizabeth Collins, representative on the Tree Commission from the Memorial Tree Fund.
Vince Archer, member of the Tree Commission.
Hi, Karen Dudek, Tree Commission member.
Kyla Dudek, Planning Office.
Evan King, member of the Tree Commission.
Amanda O'Neill, member of the Tree Commission, been talking to you.
So Andrew, thank you for taking this on for the Parks and Rec Department and the Rondout Neighborhood Center. The Tree Commission, this is an annual event that the Tree Commission does in the City of Kingston. So we're really excited to do something down at the Neighborhood Center. We usually partner up with the school district, but this turned out to be another opportunity for us. Last year, we also had a unique opportunity working with one of the local community garden groups. So the past couple of years have been a little bit different, but it's really nice to be able to offer this type of commitment and planting to some of our local other organizations. And, you know, it's a city facility, so I'm all for planting more trees at city facilities. Amanda has given us a little bit of background on the Arbor Day. She provided us with a mock-up of a brochure that she's started working on for the day of the event. I don't know, I guess I'll turn it over to you, Amanda and Andrew, to kind of talk us through and what we do need to decide on a tree today, a type of tree to go in. Kyla has been doing a little bit of investigative work out at Adams. So she has some recommendations for us that she's circulated around already. I don't know if you have any particular preference, but we also want to hear kind of like what the kids might be doing that day. And I think, Amanda, do we have all the kids' names in the brochure?
We don't have the kids' names. We have the adults at the facility that have been working with the kids. Because the
Okay.
kids vary from day to day, correct?
Yes, it varies from day to day. We average about 24 kids a day, but that can vary. And then, you know, they rotate. So, you know, some weeks kids come 2 weeks in a row, and then some days they might come, you know, a couple of days a week. So it does vary with the attendance, but not necessarily, not necessarily the numbers. So.
we like to do like a little recognition for the kids, to give them a little something. Teddy, you were thinking about doing some saplings. Have you been able to?
You know what, I didn't follow up on it, but the Memorial Tree Fund will pay for it.
Vince just gave this to me to look at that, some pricings for them.
Okay. We were thinking like a little giveaway, like a little sapling kind of, that they might be able to take home with them and plant, hopefully.
So you
Oh, that'd
said
be,
that
yeah, that'd be great.
the kids in each section, do you have like an accurate number for like the total, depend, like regardless of the day? Like how many?
Yeah, I would go with 25. 25 is the number I usually give anybody when they say, from day-to-day operations or, the number, average number you get a day of children. I'd say about 25 in this season. Now it might change in a couple of weeks because it get a nice out and a couple of the school programs are almost finished for the year. So I do the numbers do go up going into May, into June. So I would say 25 right now is a good number.
Total.
Yeah. To give out, little goodies or what have you. And I had a couple of kids ask because, I did ask anybody that wants to do a poem, anybody want to write a couple of poems, and a couple of the ladies, 3 of them say, yeah. But it was like, what do we get? Do we get any money? I was like, listen, it's not all about the money, you get some accolade and some things like that, but with the gifts that you just said, that would be great. At least they'll definitely know they're going to be receiving something, even though they already initially said they would do the poem or, do a couple of things outside of, just painting.
A certificate of participation.
Oh, that's great.
It would be,
That's-
hard. I mean, I don't know if we wouldn't be able to put specific names if the numbers change, if the children change day to day. But
Right.
maybe we could come up with something more generic, and give them a little, and the mayor would sign, a few of those, and then we could just, whoever's there, just get a little certificate of participation kind of thing, a little.
Gotcha. Amanda, I can have a list of names. I can get a few list of names that could help you out. Would by this Thursday, Friday be okay?
That's fine. If you could get any of the students that participate with the 4x5 mural, and then especially individually, the names of the poems that the students will read and their names.
Yeah, I could do that. I could definitely get you the names of, I could definitely do that.
I'll put that separately on like the program structure page of everything and include their names in that. And then the
Yeah,
students will have the opportunity to come out during the ceremony, any of the kids that happen to be there that day, and, throw some dirt with a shovel, participate with the planting.
Okay, awesome. No, that would be awesome. All right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no,
I may not, this may be too late to do this.
Yeah, I mean,
I should have done this
So
before.
we can come up with something else to give away.
yeah, we'll think of something, we'll have to come up with something, we can come up with something.
Yeah.
I do have a question in, do the kids that are participating, Andrew, is there any restriction on photography, like photographing them? Any of them have any kind of?
No, I'm good right now. With this group here, I'm good this year. I don't have I don't have a couple of particulars that cannot, it varies from season to season, but I'm good right now.
Okay, all right, good.
And it's
Okay,
really
Because
just-
I get what's her name? I get Tanya to come down from the Daily Freeman all the time. So, that question's always asked, and it's never been a no, or it's never been a, this one, keep out the picture. So it's been good this year.
We just want to be aware of it because we may have
Absolutely.
something from our communications come down and, if she uses something or sends a press release out, I want to make sure that we're good.
Oh, absolutely. All my paperwork comes with a disclaimer of media. All my paperwork for the programs come with that. So
Great, okay.
Could you get a couple of photos of the students in process of doing the mural?
yes. I like to do a gradual or progression of pictures, which is nice to show a start and a finish type of thing. I like montages and things like that, and we do that down here. So which is right along with what we already do.
And you can text those to me along with the names and everything if it's easier than the emailing.
Yeah, text either or text or email. It's hard to get me at my desk though. I just happened to take off yesterday, so I was at my desk trying to catch up from the Easter weekend. All right, got it.
Okay.
We'll be done with the project probably next week. Also, because we have so many creative artsy minds here at the Roundout, even though we have a natural idea of what we're going to do, once we start getting into it, it's like, oh yeah, we could do a little bit over this. Now we can add another layer. So, we'll add on, each day, even though we might have an initial finished product or a finished project, we sometimes we'll add on to that. So that's why it's like, we'll have a core group of kids or core group that's going to work. But then, we might have an extra layer to or extra piece we might want to add or paint or what have you. And then we might get a couple of, new kids or that haven't participated, because they haven't shown up this week, that might come next week, during our project. So.
Okay, sounds great.
That does sound great.
So, I just guess how we're gonna display this like on an easel? Is that how you were
Kyla was
thinking?
going for an easel.
We do have one.
Yeah.
Is it sturdy enough to display on an easel?
Yeah, you need a big easel. I might have an easel. I do have an easel. I got to make sure it's big enough. I do have a big easel, but I got to make sure it's big enough.
Well, we have one too. I just didn't know if it was like a firm background or not.
It's a canvas, so it's going to have a border. It's going to have a wood border that can hang, and stuff like that. So
Okay.
it's going to have a wood border.
What are you thinking about doing with it after Arbor Day? Are you gonna display it down there? I mean, we were thinking about maybe trying to display it here at City Hall for a little bit.
I'm open to it moving around. I'm open. I'm definitely open to moving around. And, even if it goes to City Hall, maybe I can have a group of kids come up to City Hall and take a picture while it's in there, while they present it at City Hall. I'm open to that too as well.
Okay, good. Yeah, that would be, I think, really neat. And it's about what, 4 by 5?
Yeah, 4 by 5, 5 by 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good, great. What else, Amanda? Anything else or?
I don't think so. The biggest thing was Andrew was gonna get back to me about, whether or not any of the students wanted to do something above and beyond the artwork, so 3 young ladies. So if you give me their names and then the artists, then we're in a great spot, maybe some participation photos.
Perfect. And I love nature. I love being outside. I love to fish. I love to climb, hike, love to be in water. So whatever tree, I trust y'all. I'm okay with that. You don't need my opinion. I trust everybody's opinion and expertise in that area. And believe it or not, the tree that used to be in that spot, we used to, hang Christmas lights up, during the winter time, or hang up lights during the winter time. So, just to have a tree back there in that same spot is just gonna add to what we already been doing again. So, which is gonna be really nice.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. Yeah, it's nice to see, something going back. I remember that tree for so many years, so it left a little hole.
Andrew, what are the ages of the kids? Like age ranges?
Kindergarten through high school, but mainly it's gonna be elementary to middle school. That's the main group.
Just thinking for a giveaway. We don't want to give away something that's, not easy.
Elementary to middle school.
Okay.
So and you can split it right down the middle. This group is pretty much 50-50 when it comes to elementary and middle school. And I get a couple of high schools every now and then that pop up.
Maybe seed packets or something.
Yeah.
I was thinking something from like Hudson Valley Seed Company. They have beautiful colors. I don't know how some seems to be so nice.
I must be big on that screen you guys are looking at. You guys are small.
All right, so we were just thinking like maybe some seed packets, maybe as a giveaway. I don't know, like,
Maybe starter.
that's what I was thinking, like a little starter kit or something, a seed starter kit or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we might have stuff at the nature center.
Yeah. Okay. We'll come up with some. Anything else from?
Thank you for your time today. I look
Oh,
forward to meeting you.
I guess I do have one more question. So, we're gonna get the tree, and the tree will come probably the night before Kyla. Or the day of, since it's a 3:30 ceremony, we gotta kind of coordinate digging,
Well, it depends on who's digging. If it's Mark, it's gonna be before the day.
be the night, or the night
At
before.
least.
You might have a hole to keep kids away from for that day.
Well, we'll probably have to put it in.
They don't go in that area,
Okay.
but as soon as they see something different out of the ordinary, then they're gonna go over there. So they need some cones, some signs, they're gonna go right.
Yeah. Okay, we go with that one.
It's all good. They'll know, and I'll prepare them that week, or I'll prepare. They already know what's going on, so it's not like they don't know what's going on or blind to it. But I'll definitely prepare the younger ones, the ones that get attracted or attracted to everything.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And then, obviously talk up with the kids, taking care of it after the fact. They're gonna, hopefully maybe you can work out like a schedule to water it. I don't know how you do that down there, but I mean, maybe, to kind of involve them on its ongoing, regular maintenance going forward would be good.
Definitely.
Do it rather than Parks and Rec employees, I'd like to see the kids really kind of adopt it. They can name it. They can name the tree. How about a content tree name?
Ooh, that's good. That's good. I like that. No, but with the cleanup and the community help, that's always been one of my goals and one of my visions to not introduce, but what I've been doing with the kids, cleaning up, because we got a garden in front and things like that. So, during the seasons or transitions, they help cleaning up, or preparing the garden or cleaning up for the season or getting ready for the spring. So, or just cleaning up the area. So the kids, watering and helping, the kids are always willing to help. And always want to be outside playing in the dirt. So.
Yeah. Sounds good to me. Okay, are we good? Yeah.
I'm good.
Thank you. You can hang out.
All right.
with-
Thank you, everyone. Enjoy this wonderful Tuesday. All
Yeah.
right. And I'll talk to everybody soon. See you guys soon.
Thanks, Andrew.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay. So our only decision really remaining with the Arbor Day now is the
Sunday
You picked that seat.
No, I realize there's
There's no lines.
I think I'm good now.
It'll be hitting me shortly now. All right, so it is to pick the tree. So I know Kyla has been sending around various emails, and there was one that went out earlier today, I believe. And it was the sweet gum tree. I don't know how people feel about that. I mean, I thought it was a beautiful looking tree.
How big does a sweet gum get?
pretty big.
It's
75 or something.
There's also there was a black gum there, Tupelo was there. Sent that, I think I included that in there. I don't know if that's a better,
Yeah, I think it's what.
and then whatever ones I sent previously, I did look at the persimmon, but it was more like a,
Like a bush,
swamp for
like
the
a bush.
tree. Yeah, I mean, it was
Yeah, it's not, doesn't.
maybe 3 feet tall. It's very, very small, would be not such a grand plant.
I'm looking for your email, so that will remind me what other
I
trees.
know, I think they didn't, the first set didn't go over too well.
Harrison's modeling.
Get it there so you can see how big it is.
I just saw that.
Yeah.
The kid's cute.
That's what it says.
Is it Tupelo, this is my ignorance, is that a tulip tree?
Tupelo they call it a black gum. Black gums,
I don't know what
Tupelo.
that is.
We
To look it up.
did plant some of those with the tree grant. Couple of sweet gums also.
They go all
Um,
the way to like 30 to 50 feet high. I think it's not as big as the one. It looks quite similar. Like,
Yeah, I
as
think they
nice-
both get very red. The
Yeah.
sweet gum has the kind of, looks like a,
Oh, that's fall.
The five.
yeah,
Five
And how
star.
big are they?
sorry, a chicken foot.
They don't
kind
get,
of thing.
it sounds like they don't get as big as.
Yeah, that might be better, don't, because isn't there like some issues that shouldn't be too big? I forgot the size, but is there like some, or you can be, oh, because of,
Yeah, it's,
30 to 50 feet.
it's
it's
not much
pretty
bigger.
big, pretty big space.
Okay,
I can show what it looks like.
Very large area.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's larger than most locations that we.
Yeah.
So let's go for it.
The only thing is, you go 30 feet back, it slopes down. There's windows there, so I assume you didn't want to go further than that because you block any sunlight coming through those windows on the basement floor.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, we'll have to go
I
there.
looked at it, it's like 20 feet wide.
We can go down and stake, put a stake in,
Yeah.
maybe, and then we can let everybody know. And you can take a ride down there if you think that that's a good spot. You know, we can do it that way, and in terms of locating it.
I thought,
And then also that would give, you know, Andrew a chance to weigh in on the location as well.
I thought it went back 10 feet, it's 20 feet,
Mhm.
20 feet wide, 30 feet deep. So you go half on each.
Right,
I thought that was a good spot.
okay.
Okay,
Your other trees were the Princeton elm, tulip tree, and hawthorn, and the American beech, but George said don't do the
George
beech.
said no,
So,
yeah.
I
and
know
that was the one everybody said, oh, beaches are nice, and
Yeah.
then George said there's some sort of disease and to.
What's the hawthorn?
It's a very small tree, kind of, I mean, it's more like a, yeah, that is white berries in the winter. It's beautiful, but it's a smaller canopy, I think it's not quite for this.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, I think we have an opportunity to plant a
Yeah.
larger tree. We don't always, we
Yeah.
rarely have this kind of an opportunity. We need to take advantage of it and do something, I think, you know, that, you know, the site can certainly support.
How much was the Tupelo, just out of curiosity? There's a tree meeting Thursday, and
The Tupelo was more than the sweet gum.
we'll go up to 500.
They were both under 500. The sweet gum was.
You said 280 something, right?
It was
289?
289.
Is it?
The black gum, which is also Tupelo, was 349.
Okay.
And the sweet gum was, I think, 289.
Let's go for the sweet gum.
So the 249.
And I was just wondering, I don't know if you're familiar, it's called like the soft landing, you know, it's kind of like at the base of the tree. Usually kind of like it's good not to mow the lawn all the way there, because it's gonna compact the roots, and it's also like when there's lots of pollinators and like, you know, they use the tree to reproduce and everything, and most of the larvae actually kind of like do their eggs and everything at the bottom of the tree, so it's a very intense kind of like ecological system. So now like it's really like they propose in park when it's possible to kind of create, you know, some kind of like uncover at the bottom of the tree. To
Okay.
allow this kind of
Like
like,
the cicadas.
yeah, to allow like, you know, this kind of like ecological benefit, and it's great for the tree, it's great for like.
So like a wider mulch area, are you saying? Or
Yeah.
Yes, and like it can be planted, at least like as long as
planted
it's
with
not.
something that's not lawn?
Exactly.
Okay.
You know, this way you don't mow it and it doesn't get like, you know, because every time it gets mowed, it gets killed. So it's to
Right.
create and to teach this to the students, it's called like soft
Okay,
landing.
so what kind of diameter would, I mean, you saw the tree that Kyla sent around. So what kind of diameter would you think in terms of a circular area we should establish initially to try and support that? Because I think, you know, obviously if Mark, we have to get maybe enlist some additional help. We're willing to do it. I think, you know, we could certainly maybe get, you know, some Parks and Rec support since this is one of their facilities. Maybe they could, you know, help with, you know, taking, you know, a larger area, taking some more grass out of the area and I think, we have in our own budget, we do have some monies that could go towards purchasing maybe a little bit more mulch, to put in there.
Yeah, I think that would be great. Like, I mean, the district is gonna be big, so for, but no, it's not gonna be as big, but like I would say 4 feet, like, like a 4 feet diameter.
So a 4-foot diameter?
Yeah.
Okay,
You know,
all right.
just to start like this, and you can extend the tree expand, but you don't want
Yeah.
like a big thing for like, and it's gonna protect the tree from being like,
Okay,
and like, yeah, either like mulch, like so it can breathe and stuff, and after all the leaves should stay there as well in the fall. Or if you can plant also like some perennials, because the tree is gonna be like, it's small at the moment, so like the plant will always have time to kind of, you can put like few perennials around it to make it like a little, to attract.
Are you thinking like a ground cover, like some kind of native ground cover, or more like?
Yeah, or even like
Native grasses or something?
Yeah, it could be native grasses or like even like some small perennials, for now, because it's not gonna compete with the roots before, like, so. But just like,
oh, okay, I thought you were just talking like a mulched area.
also like everything that's not grass, so after you can
Okay,
just, you can mulch
okay.
it, but like don't put in fabric or anything.
All right,
Or you can plant it with like either, some kind of like ground cover, like little perennials or like, whatever to do to make it like,
Okay.
like something. That's nice. And yeah, it would be nice to explain this, to the students as well, but,
Yeah, I mean, that could be something that we do as something with the kids down
Yeah.
there. If the tree commission wanted to do that with kids, do a little planting day or something, I don't know.
And if he says they take care of, they have a
Right.
garden and they take care of things, maybe they.
Right, we
they
could
do
maybe
it.
supply some plants and they could do the planting.
yeah, and just learn about like what's called like the soft landing and, what kind of like pollinators are using this tree and how it's beneficial, because I think if they learn this, they will produce it to other trees, and just, I think it's a nice.
okay. Well, what is the committee's pleasure then? Do we want to, we can, obviously, we're not gonna have a meeting between now and Arbor Day, so we have to make decisions now. Do we want, we can certainly buy a couple extra bags of mulch, that's no,
Well, the mulch markets, tree mulch from tree companies at the park.
Oh,
So
okay.
we don't pay for it, it's there, it's parks mulch.
okay, so we can.
So we just fill up the truck when it,
All right, so that's not a big
So we can
deal.
definitely mulch a larger area around.
Yeah.
If you wanna do a planting or something, I mean, that doesn't have to happen for Arbor Day, that could be something that happens. I don't know.
Well, you said it gets more students typically in May or June,
Right,
so
it could
maybe
be
we could shoot
something-
for some day in June when it's nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's good.
all right, so we'll leave that for a later kind of
Just
project.
to get the mulch down there and around it. What did you
Like,
say,
okay.
4 foot diameter?
Yeah, maybe when you plant, you can scratch the grass, and just get the mulch and then take it from there. It's good.
Okay. And I guess are we going with the sweet gum?
Yes.
Or, I guess, hands up for sweet gum?
I'm not,
I'm happy with either.
I'm happy with either, and I'm not as familiar with those two, so
Okay.
I would go with the
I thought the
experts.
sweet gum.
And like I say, you have $500 to spend, so don't base it on the amount of one, even though the black gum is more expensive.
Okay,
the
all
orange
those in
is
favor of
pay
the
for it.
sweet gum?
Do you think that the Memorial Tree Fund would have an issue if we bought one of those watering gator bags?
Oh, that'd be great.
Or maybe we could, we might be. able
Let
to
me
do that.
ask
Oh, you
you.
know what, we could probably get it at Herzog's, I bet they have them. Maybe
They
with our-
must.
Because I'm thinking then the
Yeah.
kids could fill it up,
That would be great for the.
rather than
trees, for
just
sure.
dumping water on it, it would be something that would be.
And to learn how this works, and like when the
Right.
city, in the city, they know like what this is, that would be great.
Okay,
I'll ask, and
Okay,
we're having a
not
meeting
then.
Thursday, because mostly our focus is on let's pay for either trimming trees, planting trees, or taking trees down,
yeah, okay.
So,
And it's fine, because we could always see if they have it
Okay.
at Herzog's probably, I'm sure they're not that.
We can ask Donna tomorrow to get a price. That's a good idea, Kyla. Okay,
but I'll-
Kids do,
I'll
they're
pass
just
it
gonna dump
along,
a
yeah,
whole
for the
bucket of
trees.
water on it.
Yeah, the tree you're getting is from Adams, right?
Yeah,
Don't they have meter bags?
probably.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, just, we mark the tree and then the Memorial Tree Fund goes and pays
Oh,
for
okay.
it. So,
yeah, I sent you the info for
yes, for
Annie,
Annie,
because
right?
she's gonna pay.
Okay.
Okay. So I guess the last thing would be just take a look at,
wait a minute.
Amanda.
We didn't decide on a gift, like goodie bag, I want a goodie bag.
Well, I think
Kyla's
Kyla's gonna look.
We're gonna look and see what they have.
It might be in my email, I think.
Okay.
For the kids that do a poem or something, like if we wanna do something special for them, we probably could do something with, I mean, I don't know if we want the Foresight Nature Center logo on it, but we have like caps and things like that. We could probably do, I don't know, for 25 kids, a seed packet's a good idea. Could probably give them a little,
Seed
probably
starter
have the
things.
little planter
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, you better ask Mark before you start giving away his stuff.
We can
It's
also
not
add
for the
like,
kids.
it's for the children.
Yeah.
Maybe we can have like the kids planting the seeds at the bottom of the tree.
Or they could start it and then watch it, and then plant them after the starting, because that would be about 2 months later in June
Maybe
too.
that would be a nice, maybe they can even keep it, at the center of the mountain, just
It all depends on how deep you leave the mulch. You just got 3 or 4 inches, right? Can you plant into that?
would you just.
I got one in my yard, woodchuck killed me.
And also like the mulch is gonna keep the moisture, for the summer.
Whatever,
so that's-
whatever starter packs you plant the seeds, you're gonna have to make sure. Washes all over. Otherwise, they won't germinate. If you get too much mulch in that spot. But
You know, it might be a good thing for kids is the sunflower seeds, because then they grow larger before you replant. They're a little bit,
Yeah,
And then you see, normally the seed comes up and it gets stuck on a leaf. That's cute.
it's kind of fun.
It is fun.
okay. Okay,
So structurally, I just wanted to have something complete on all sides. So I put a poem in having to do with trees, but obviously that would get replaced with the works from the students. And then this Kava program that I use has this new AI generating. So the whole idea is that they were gonna do the tree hands holding the earth in their drawing. So I put in tree hands holding an earth, and that's what came up. So I kind of just put in a photo of similarity, I guess, in some way, which could be resized and made larger, and the poems could be put on another page, and that could be the forefront of the cover of the brochure once they get the art project done. I just wanted a visual. So if you guys could look over it and see any flaws, especially Evan catches everything. Just throwing that in there. If there's something wrong, Evan's gonna. And then I'm gonna give credit, the little Arbor Day blurb came from National Geographic, so I always put a little citation, because I'm the librarian that does that very stuff. And then, finishing the program elements, the reading of poems by those students, presenting the certificates and participation things, whatever needs to get added in. Oh, and I have to add in the recognition of us being a tree city. That was another thing. And then on the back where I had added, I added the director of Parks and Rec, so I have to restructure the placement there. But I don't think that there's anything with that back page. Unless that was to make it smaller and add the Arbor Day blurb to the back, depending on how big the student
yeah, I don't think,
poems are.
yeah, that might be,
I mean, I just wanted something there, so I could put the Arbor Day there, depending on the poems, and then do that whole
yeah.
Arbor Day page, just the 3 poems.
right,
And then the front, the artwork, I don't know how that sounds to
Yeah.
you
I
guys.
think the artwork should be kind of front and center.
Yeah.
And then the poems secondly, because.
But I mean, do you guys like the structure of it? Do you want me to use a different template? Pretty good. It's nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
I think it looks good.
And then I'll finalize it, by the middle of next week with the art project.
Okay, and you'll have the names.
And I'll have the
to
names by
say.
the end of this week,
Yep.
which is not necessary reality, because I can wait till next week when I get the art.
Right.
Then I think,
And
then
we
I'll,
can
then I can
we'll
send it
print
as a
them.
PDF out to everybody as the group, and then you could look at it visually. If that sounds good.
And we'll print them out.
Sounds good.
Yeah, because then you could just download it as a PDF and you could print it as a booklet already.
Yep.
Done. Which I would have had if where I work had any internet.
Yeah, that's okay. No, that's fine, that's fine.
Thank you
And
for
then,
printing that
we'll reach out to George too and see if we can't get, posters and bookmarks. Usually he brings those
He
to
did
us.
say that there was gonna be posters, he did say something.
And those are nice giveaways too for the kids. And, we say that there's gonna be 25 kids. He always gives us a stack of bookmarks that we have more than plenty. So, we'll get those and, we can hand those out and they can keep, a stack down there at the neighborhood center so that any kids can have them down there.
And we just need to finalize whether it's yes or no for him to be able to come.
Yeah, I think it was no, if I recall correctly. He was not able, but.
So I'd like to add him to the program, if he was able to.
Yeah, no, definitely. Okay, so,
I guess that's it.
When do you need the poems from the people in order to create this? Do they know?
It really depends on how long it's gonna take you guys to print the,
Yeah, that day.
whenever, that day, we can put them that day, because it's in the afternoon.
and what would you want to release to any of the newspapers where it's fine that day too? Maybe, that's fine.
Yeah,
So if, even if it's not by the end of next week and it's the beginning of the next, I think that we're still good.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
Thank you for doing this, it's work, thank you.
Yes, thank
I'm
you.
happy to hear that the kids are so excited.
Yeah,
It's great.
I think that makes it more, it was like the poem when we did, during COVID, we had the video when they entered their, that was just so unbelievably, it was great just to see their enthusiasm, Okay, is there anything else you need from us?
No, I don't think so, other than when I finalize it to make sure Evan was sober early.
And I just
The
wonder,
amount of stuff you found in that plan that was wrong was very impressive. Wow. that's-
Give him a few more minutes. He's not going to
Looking
at it.
I might change the wording for the Memorial Tree Fund special thanks. Anyway,
What would
I
you
have some
change
fun.
to?
What would you,
well,
I took it from a full part of that part from a former program.
okay. It says, as well as funding of tree pruning, planting, and removing projects. That didn't sound right.
Oh, I might.
So I think I would
okay.
just reword it a little bit.
Okay.
Their funding of projects including tree, pruning, planting, and removing trees in and around the
And
city of
removal.
Kingston. Yeah, something like
Removals
that.
or something.
So I can write it up and send it to you.
Yes, please, thank you.
And just FYI, the Memorial Tree Fund does things not just in Kingston, but in all of Ulster County.
Right.
And actually,
So we could say the city of Kingston, including the rest of Ulster County.
Yeah.
Or Ulster County.
or even just in and around the city of Kingston or something.
Okay.
Or,
I'm listening, like it said it was about 25 kids, but I feel like should we plan for 30 kids, just in case there's 5 more kids that are, they are from different.
Yeah.
I feel like it could be, I thought there's 28 kids in the valley.
Yeah.
Even if there's 10 there that day, if they all participated, you'll be able to get them on that Tuesday that the other child,
Thursday.
right.
So did you come and maybe do some twelve maybe and some like, to have some little extra to make sure possible.
Great, good. Thank you, Amanda, that was good. Now we have some trees to look at. Going back up to the top, 85 John Street. That was Mr. Broom.
That's a grooming. That's a shit grooming.
No, that was a recommendation from DPW to remove.
Bear Street was the thing, I think.
Right,
That came
so
out
this
today.
is 80 Bud John Street,
Oh.
DPW recommended removal. He came last month, he hadn't had a chance to ask his arborist, yet, but he wanted the opinion of the arborist. He was hoping to try and preserve the tree, he felt that it was still healthy. He did get a hold of Eric, Richards from Limber, and Eric did agree that the tree needs to come down. I spoke with him this morning and he sent an email, basically, I'll read it to you really quickly. As I informed you by telephone, I have been advised by Eric Richards of Lindbergh Tree Service that a tree at the above location should be removed. Based on his opinion, I will have such done in the near future. At present, Central Hudson, with its gas line replacement project, is working in that area, which may delay things to some degree, which I agreed to. And as I am consenting to the request of the Kingston Tree Commission, I will not appear before its meeting tonight. Based also on the advice of Limber Tree, I will be having dead branches on another tree on the subject property removed. As such, I would request that the commission approve such removal, which I said I would bring tonight. I think that that was one thing we did mention, that there was a Second Street tree there, and he was going to ask, he did ask about that one, and he's willing to prune that one. So I think, as long as the commission is agreeable, I need a motion and we will let him continue to take care of that. So that's a motion from Tebby.
A motion to allow the removal of a tree at 85 John Street with additional pruning of
Second Street tree.
Second Street tree with all of our
With all standard
all
conditions.
standard conditions.
Okay, so there's a motion. Is there a second? Okay, Evan is a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor? Aye, okay, great, thank you. That takes care of that one. The next one that we had on the agenda is 253 Lucas Avenue. That was a application. Did everybody have a chance to look at that? I sent it around. They are not able to be here tonight because of the Jewish holiday. I spoke with him this afternoon, and one of the trees has been dropping an excessive amount. I don't know if anybody went up and looked at the trees that he's talking about. Can you hold the pictures up, Carla?
Yeah, Lucas Avenue you're talking about?
253. Lucas should be in the,
All these WhatsApp images?
folder.
The email was sent on March 22nd.
Yeah, she's got them in the folder though.
This one, right?
The question, we're kind of questioning whether or not it's really a street tree to begin with, but it's so close. We told him that he does need to come to the city.
Although one clearly seems to have a lot of damage.
Yeah, both of them have been dropping a lot of limbs. This is the Lucas Avenue side, and there's one on the Voorhees side. The Lucas Avenue one, that's the Voorhees.
Has the ball in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The issue with this one is also that there is a Central Hudson guy wire attached to this. So I explained to him today that if the commission consents to allowing it to be taken down, I think it should be. It appears to be severely diseased and rotting. It's going to be their responsibility to reach out to Central Hudson and tell them that they've been directed to take it down due to a public safety concern. And then Central Hudson then has to find another means to secure their pole. It's not, we can't allow a guy wire to stay in a dead tree. I mean, that's kind of foolish on Central Hudson's part. If they looked at it, I would think that they would, and then they just they'll have to figure out something on their own. But,
Yeah, it looks like
so this one, I guess, a few weeks ago did drop a limb on the wires of the adjacent property. He told me, and the power was taken out. So the neighbors have also put them on notice that they want something done with the tree. He didn't have a chance to get that to me, but that's what he verbally told me.
And once someone puts you on notice if there's a problem, and if
Yeah.
it just happens and nobody's aware of it.
Yeah, so they, as a property owner, have been put on notice by the adjoining owner, so. I don't know what the commission wants with these, but we'll need a motion.
Well, is it to take down both trees?
Yeah, they want to take down both, right?
Because I thought I saw somewhere pruning it.
Are they talking about replacing the trees, like nearby? or-
To replant,
Yeah,
yeah, that would be a standard, one of our standard conditions that they look at planting. And I think in this area, they would have some space to at least put
Yeah.
one, if not two.
yeah, it looks like it's.
Yeah.
really open, so
Yeah, it is pretty.
I think there's a white tree,
So should we give them some suggestions of trees?
We can send our list with it.
Yeah. Because it does have, there are wires there, so they
Yeah.
may not want to put a huge tree there.
Yeah.
No,
it's-
no, I don't
might
think-
want to
yeah,
send
no.
that list and say a smaller
Yeah,
tree.
small canopy, yeah, okay.
Is that section does not have a sidewalk, right?
It doesn't have a sidewalk, no.
So does the city plan to have a sidewalk in the future?
We have to presume that at some point in the future, there would be a sidewalk put in place there, yes. So we need to look at that in terms of planting. They can't plant right dead center,
Right.
along that green area. They would have to think that there's going to be a 5-foot wide sidewalk at any point.
Yeah, so the location.
Right.
Right. Impact by the sidewalk.
It's actually surprising, given the schools that are really close by up there, you have Edson and Valley, that there aren't more sidewalks on some of those streets up there.
I think it's part of like the master plan for like accessible Kingston, it's like the pedestrian and bike. There was a presentation from Emily about this. And I think one of the priority was to create sidewalks around like schools. And so that might be like one of the priority for like implementing sidewalks.
Is that a motion? Yes. Okay, so Corinne is making a motion to approve removal of both trees with all of the standard conditions, replanting smaller trees, recognizing the removal of the wire for Central Hudson to take care of that. And also that future sidewalk. Okay, anything else or is that good?
That's good. And
Okay.
yeah, like to, for them to get the small canopy. around the tree.
Right, I'll make sure we get that list out with the decision. So that's a motion. I need a second. Okay, Amanda is seconding. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. Great, okay, so that takes care of that one. And then earlier today, I sent around a email that I got from 224 Fair Street. I don't know if you remember this, but they had come back in December of 22. They were in front of the commission. The neighbor, who is the chamber, submitted a complaint about the roots of one of the street trees that abut this property, lifting their driveway. So DPW went out there, with the property owners were notified, we went out there. And they actually, the trees are healthy, so they don't want to take the trees down. They're very pro street tree, which is really great to see. They requested, obviously, that it wasn't the appropriate time to do any tree work. They requested a few months to allow for them to engage an arborist and have them take a good look at it and come up with some solutions. And we talked about a variety of different things. So they actually sent it in yesterday, so I thought I would bring it tonight. They've engaged EC Lawn Care and Landscaping. It's a tree service. They want to prune both street trees, not just the one that they received the complaint about, but there's another one on Fair Street as well. So they want to prune both of them back, so that they are no longer like reaching into their gutters and their structure. They'll do a circular prune around the whole thing and shave them out. And then they want to shave the roots to make the sidewalk safe along the entire length of the Fair Street side. So not just this one tree, which is where the complaint stemmed originally from, but all the way down so they'll pull up the bluestone, shave the roots and reset the bluestone. And then the third thing is that they would, shave the roots under the chamber driveway and, they're trying to work with the chamber if they're doing all this work to see if the chamber would throw down some blacktop work. They're gonna have to do that too. I'm hoping that the chamber is gonna see them doing all of this other work and say, yeah, we'll be a good neighbor and yeah, you kind of do that, we'll help you out a little bit, but one way or the other, they want to do that. So May, June-ish is the time period that they want to do this work. They're trying to line everything up right now. I think it's great that they're looking at doing it this way. And keeping the street trees, taking out, one tree, if you took out the one, you'd probably be inclined to take out the other, but they're both so healthy, it would be a shame. It really would be a shame. And it's not so horrible right now that this work wouldn't help salvage, the trees and sidewalk. So.
You don't have a picture of the driveway.
Just the
one side.
I didn't, when I saw the picture of the driveway, I couldn't really
Yes,
tell
I
what was
guess.
going on.
Just that piece right there.
Yeah, it might be in the original
No, it's right
ones
on the
from
corner.
December.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so you can see where the driveway's cracking. I mean, I don't know that I would
No.
have submitted a complaint for this, but
I mean, it doesn't look.
it's not horrible. I've seen a lot worse.
Yeah.
Okay, this is not really horrible. So, I mean, it is what it is, but they're willing to address it.
Is this an issue where putting structural soil under the sidewalk is a good thing, or is that not deep enough for, I'm not a
Yeah, I don't know
structural
if there's-
soil expert, but
I want there's space for this because I feel like they're just gonna shave the roots and just let it go.
Yeah,
I'm wondering if they're
I
gonna
mean,
like
if they could
relay.
put structural soil in, I mean, I would.
I don't know, that's something maybe they could ask their landscaper or
Yeah.
something, or.
I think it would certainly help. I know that when we saw the one example on Chestnut Street, they actually dug all out around the roots and shaved the top part of the root, but dug underneath and around and put the structural soil underneath. That's a job.
Yeah,
That's a huge undertaking. But I mean, that tree is still standing.
And where was that?
It was on West Chestnut Street at Weiderhoff. did it. So, I mean, we can make that, I can make that suggestion to talk to their, okay.
I mean, this is a lot of work. I mean, that taking up the bluestone, shaving the roots, putting it back down.
Yeah.
An easy job. We've been taking up bluestone. I had no idea how thick they are.
Yeah, yeah,
And how deep the bluestone curbs are.
yeah, yeah, they're probably
Oh,
like
it's real
10.
quick on Franklin Street this summer.
You did curb cuts.
Huh?
You did curb cuts.
Yeah, we had to do curb cuts and there was like a space where there were bricks. We had to move the bricks. Because they weren't, it was a driveway, but that's not where the new driveway's gonna be. So we moved all the bricks, took the bluestone from where the new driveway would be, put that where the bricks was, and we're doing curb cut at the other spot.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, it took days and a lot of work and really thick stones. I had no idea.
But some of the older
It's
stone
amazing.
that's in the sidewalk, the real old stuff is very thick, yeah.
When they did Franklin Street, they had a pile of
Okay, so I need a motion if anybody is so inclined.
I think it's obviously a great idea.
Okay,
Motion that that at the 224 Fair Street, we approve the pruning of trees, shaving roots, moving and replacing the bluestone to ameliorate the issues of next door, the Ulster County Chamber of Commerce driveway with all standard conditions.
But do you want to suggest?
Oh, and maybe structural
Yeah.
soil, if they can do that. I mean, this is great that they wanted to.
Yeah.
It's really is.
okay, so there's a motion, can I have a second? Yeah, okay, I'll give it to Evan. Okay, so there's a motion and a second, any other discussion? Okay, I'll call for the vote, all those in favor? Thank you. Okay. Takes care of that. Okay, so then, we talked about Arbor Day. The only other thing that I wanted to talk about is tree planting this fall. In the budget for '23, the council gave us $20,000. The mayor wants to do some plantings, wants to do another round of plantings, which I know Kyla's like so excited about. But you know, he's already throwing out a bunch of locations for us to check out and see. But so I think that's what we're going to probably start doing. So we need people to get out there and talk it up again. You know, application can, we
So
can
it's the
still
same
use.
kind of thing, applying and then.
Yep, imply, and then we would look at it. We don't have types of trees chosen at this point, but we do have to put something out to bid, so it's early enough now to get, you know, get the bids out. I think it wouldn't be too difficult because we really have the bid structure all together, right? It's just,
Yeah, I mean, we would just have to decide what types, I guess.
yeah,
Where there's, I know George was very particular about the spots. Are there spots that he suggested previously that were not
George?
planted? George, yeah.
He did, but he doesn't like to hear it, but what, the issue that we have is sometimes the property owner doesn't want them.
Yeah.
So with this kind of thing, we're asking for a commitment to water and a commitment, so, you know, some of the spots, when you drive by, you see spots all the time. I mean, yeah, like, oh, it's a great space, but the owner doesn't want the tree. So we targeted some people, you know, you walked with us,
Yeah,
but if they don't want it, we didn't
right.
plant it.
It's getting harder and harder, really, to get people to take trees with all the storm events and everything that they see happening around them. You know, some people are like, why would I want to put myself in that situation, you know, but I
And
mean,
raking
they
and
do,
things.
some
People don't
people
like to
see the
rake.
value of them and, you know.
You know, it's like,
well, if you're having a hard time, I'll tell my sister to reapply. She has a nice spot for a tree in front.
oh, good, in front of, oh, good.
In front of,
Yeah,
I don't
she
have
should.
room, but she has
In
room for a
that,
sweet
yeah,
tree.
because at the time, you guys were kind of mid doing stuff, so it wasn't
Yeah.
really a great time to plant, but
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, unless you're picking certain neighborhoods, I mean, we do have a park.
No,
right
it's a
there,
city,
so-
it's a citywide you know, it's $20,000 and, you know, he's, actually, the mayor suggested some spots right along Broadway, it's right around the corner from you, so that would be the same neighborhood in my mind, you know.
How many trees would that be about?
20,000 would probably do, what, 20?
25 maybe, 25.
Because it includes the planting or not?
Includes the
Yeah, we
planting.
would do, yeah, the way
They're
Kyle
been more
structured it.
expensive. Obviously, everything's more expensive. So this last round, I think we paid $830 a tree. So somewhere around there.
And that comes with like either the diaper or the bag.
Yeah, one
And I
year
think they
warranty.
staked the last round too, right?
Yeah,
Stake-
stake them, plant them. Yes, there's a 1 year warranty on them.
And this is not for parks, it's for like street trees.
I think if it's the match, the mayor wants street trees
He
probably.
wants street trees, yeah, he's focused on that, so.
So I feel like on Broadway, you know, like on the project we're working on, I know like, you know, it's like some.
I did
distribution
talk
of
to Natalie about the grant round for that. Did you
Yeah,
talk to
I was just
her?
wondering,
Okay.
this is not part of that. is it?
No, it's not, but
So that might be enough.
yeah, that might be.
Because I feel like maybe some like on Broadway, actually they are actually on the street, like, you know, because we plant like all along Broadway and Prince. So it's kind of like, it's such a small park, it's almost like,
Yeah,
so
Mhm.
depending how it goes, maybe that could be another way to, you know. to-
Okay. I mean, if we, you know, I mean, if you're looking at a grant to do some additional plantings for that area, I mean, you know, maybe a few of these trees could count as a match if you need, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if we do plant, we could plant maybe a couple along the street there, and that might be, you might be able to attribute that as a required match to your grant, and maybe we could do it that way.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Because it's straight city money, it's not, it's not grant funds.
Right.
So,
Less strings. I speak to him, less strings.
Okay.
Because you don't see like, you know, I'm not and see like how they.
But you don't have
Right.
the
The
choice
choice
of
like
the
it's
tree.
so, and like
It's
it's your
your
choice,
choice.
you can always on street, you know,
Right.
like.
yeah, I mean, we
Yeah.
will probably look at doing, you know, a minimal, number of trees, because you get, if you order in bulk, you get a lot better, cost wise. Rather than, 2 of this, 2 of that, 3, yeah, it's not a Chinese menu.
So I
One from
know,
column A, 2 from column B,
I in the past, I know, I offer to do like a little poster, you know, to kind of like little flyer. But I know you have like a little brochure for this, but like for people to kind of like know that they can have some trees, you know, and to kind of like it's open, you know, like the city is offering some tree planting and like, you know, do like something that can also be digital, that I know like the Midtown Business Association is very active now, and they can maybe like also send some of this digital form to like all their businesses on Broadway and, you know, like things
Yep.
like this. And maybe like something in Spanish as well, you know.
Yeah.
I can bring it myself, yeah. Just to have like a little, because I know you already have like a brochure.
Yeah, I mean, we did get a lot of applicants.
So you don't need
It's
that.
just that the locations, some of the people that want the trees, they just don't have the room
So-
or something.
so you
So
don't-
no, we have that, we can make changes to it or something for business owners.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like to do something and use the business association, because I feel
Yeah.
like they, like Midtown.
Great way to spread the word.
Yeah, to kind of like,
Mhm.
so we can see together.
Sure.
I think the thing with the business owner is, I mean, obviously, it's great if a business owner wants to, have a tree outside, if there's a vacant tree pit or something. The problem becomes is the tree is ultimately the responsibility of the property owner.
Right.
Maybe that might not be the business owner, and businesses change, so.
Yeah, but I feel like.
Vince could want it, and then he relocates his business, Amanda moves in and says, I don't want a tree, I'm not taking
I
care of
understand
that.
that, but I feel like they also like they know people that all their clients and like I feel like if they know about this program, Maybe not only for them, but I feel like they'll be able to also like maybe talk about it.
Yeah,
I know people who are like, can benefit from it.
Yeah.
I think it's a nice service.
Sure.
okay, all right. So that is really all that I have, unless anybody has anything else. After Arbor Day, I want to get back to the code. And I want to knock that out, and I want to at least get, a draft of something that we're comfortable with, then sending on to council, so that that discussion can start taking place and the code can get updated. It's a good time to start it. Obviously, they're in the midst of, or the throes of the form-based code right now. So I think that's pretty much got their focus. But once that kind of happens, then I think it's going to be natural for some of these other codes to also see updating and reflecting what the new zoning code says, so that the two don't, aren't competing. And that's all I have, unless anybody, and this one's right in my eyes now. Unless anybody has anything else. Okay, so I do need a motion to adjourn. Amanda, do I have a second? Second by Evan? Okay, I'm with you now. All in favor? Aye. Okay,